Hello, hello.
Hi,
Hi, Ramika.
I am picking up my daughter from work in my car, so I can't be on camera.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Um, Maybe before we're done, are you far from your house?
I'm not. I'm about 15 minutes, but she's closing, so I just don't know when she'll be in the car.
Get off. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. New consultants, good to know. Dawn. I'm looking at a website, YouTube resources. Okay. Business owner versus order taker, short up. Okay. Okay. Get rid of this. How's your day?
It's going. My daughter, she finally made a decision on where to go to college.
Yeah.
Like literally right before I was leaving for a seminar. So I'm trying to get everything together because she moves in on Wednesday.
My
Oh my
God.
goodness.
I
Yeah.
know. Fun times over here.
That is so exciting.
Where's she going?
She's going to go to Northern Illinois, which is actually not too far from where we live. It's about, a little less than an hour.
Oh,
But
What?
wow.
for whatever reason, my kids, they don't like change. And so she wants to go, but she's procrastinating doing the thing. It's driving me crazy.
Well, the good thing is she made a decision.
That's what I said.
What's she studying? What's she studying
She
right
actually
starting?
wants to go into healthcare, but
Ah,
she heard of just the interested in her it in first, then make a decision. Yeah. How many will we have on tonight?
Right now, we're waiting for Valerie, and I think, is that Miss Olga?
Yep, that's me.
Woohoo!
there she is.
Hi,
Hey,
Tina.
Olga.
How are you, Tina? I'm glad you made it
I'm
back well.
good. Yep, yep. Did. And just so I didn't break the chain on the van, my plane from Las Vegas to Portland was delayed. So everybody
Oh,
in that plane in that bus had delayed planes.
I got to the other airport in plenty of time because of my delay, so everything worked
Really
out.
good.
Yes.
Good. That's good.
And then
Great.
I got pulled out of security because I had some indication I had something else in my on my person, and they took me to a a secret room,
That's
and
what
ended
you
up
said.
yes, and it ended up being a scrunchie that was looking for in the morning, and the detector caught it behind my knee, and, and it was my scrunchie, and I go, "Oh, I was looking for this," but the technology we have at the airports caught it, and it
Right.
was just a little material, could have been anything. So thankfully, it was a little funny, but it let me go.
Oh my gosh, that is so
Yeah.
funny. That is so funny.
I
Well,
for on the way back, the one of the detectors caught my glucose monitor. It's the first time
Oh,
any of them have.
wow.
Like, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's hilarious, you guys. Just hilarious. Okay, well, Valerie should be jumping on. Yeah, I think did you guys understand that Ashley will not be able to get on?
Yep, that's what I understood.
Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're just going to recap, and everybody will have the opportunity to utilize this recording to listen to again or send to your unit, however you wish to do. I hope you guys all have something to drink. I've got some electrolytes. And jumped out of the shower and was in the sauna and then the shower. I'm ready for bed, I think. No,
Yeah.
I'm excited actually.
Relaxing.
Anyway, okay, who wants to go first? What we're simply going to do is share like 2 or 3 takeaways. You know, what was something that you learned that you're going to apply, that you thought, okay, this was for me? What was something that you were surprised at or like impressed with, especially, you know, consultants? And just kind of share what your takeaways were. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. So, you know, about 5 minutes each. And if you don't take up the 5 minutes, then that's okay, because somebody else might have more to share. I know Ashley said somebody recorded her class. She taught red jackets, and at 10:55 that morning, because we were praying for her. And then she was going to share something else as well. And afterwards, we can put that all together and utilize it. You guys, you probably have a place where you store things, but if not, putting it in your notes under seminar recap, something like that, because somebody might, and maybe somebody else has another idea, but somebody might leave a website, talk about a website. Like I will be talking, Valerie and I will be talking about a website. And you definitely want to access it later because there's just too much. I think I have it up on my screen. I will share. Let me click share.
Hey, Georgia.
Oh, yes.
I would love for Olga to go first since it was her first seminar.
Okay. Okay. Olga, are you comfy?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, it was my first seminar. Initially,
it was a pleasure meeting you.
thank you. Same here. I enjoyed meeting everyone there. And I enjoyed my roomie, Tina.
Me too. Me
Thank you
too.
thank you for the experience. The first thing I noticed was so many women empowered to go to the seminar and continue their business. I was really impressed. Did not realize there was two other sessions following ours. Even to hear that it was even larger before. So that was impressive.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised to see the Hispanic community have a large part in the awards.
Yes.
And I had no idea. That was really jarring for me because I didn't know that the Hispanic community was out there and, you know, promoting Mary Kay. And then I would ask them in the elevators or wherever I was, you know, talking to them in Spanish. I said, "Where are you from?" They would say Colorado, Las Vegas, Florida. I mean, they were just everywhere. And I was really impressed.
Nice.
The other thing I enjoyed was the classes. I enjoyed the system. You're selling the system. And I had the practice, if you will. I practiced with the daughter of April in the van. It was just me and her, and she was taking me to the airport. And we talked about it. And I told her, I was telling her it's a system like Clinique or L'Oreal. They want you to use the whole system because that's how they created it. And she doesn't use makeup. I go, you don't have to, but you are aging. And we want to age with grace. So they're putting this out there so everybody can have a choice. But Mary Kay is a very good product. I've used it for so many years. With other consultants, I would just buy from them. But I've used the product for so many years, and I like to think I aged well I wouldn't have aged as well without it. Right. And I use it. And so she just listened to me. And then, you know what, it piqued her interest. I told her that they came up with My Shop. And I said, well, the customer can order under their consultant's ID, they could order and they would have a history of their order. And then that piqued her interest, as well as I mean, I touched on a number of little things for her because she's like my daughter. She doesn't use makeup, but I would encourage her to use moisturizer and so forth. We're not all going to be 23 or 29 forever as much as we'd like to. So I said, take care of yourself as you age. You're going to get married, you're going to have children, and that's going to wear on your skin. So look at it differently. And so I hopefully it was practice for me to talk to somebody who didn't use makeup.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I liked.
Let me tell you what I loved about what you said. It was just a conversation. I feel like so many consultants get caught up on, I don't know what to say. You're literally just having a conversation.
Yes, thank you.
Everything you told her was absolutely on point. Did you know Latinas, they have they're the fastest growing community in Mary Kay? Did you know that?
No, I was so surprised.
Yes. And if you notice, the number one national in the world, she's Latina.
Right.
And out of the top 5, I believe 3 of them are Latina now, because we had a couple of folks who retired last year. So now I want to say Latinas, it's at least 3 in the top 5, and they are powerhouses.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you guys remember who was the top national? Is it Sonia?
No, Sonia is, I want to say, number 2. Number 1 is she was at our seminar. Oh my goodness. She has a huge mouth.
Patricia Turker.
Yes. So Patricia, her, and
I was impressed by her. She's a go-getter.
She is
top
3, I believe, too.
Super.
Yeah.
I did touch on the item of being her own consultant eventually. Once she enjoys the product and so forth, she would maybe want to enjoy I told her I became a consultant because I use it a lot, and I made it available to my clients at my office or my family and my friends. So that's why. And Georgia, I have to thank for that she was very patient with me. And she convinced me that, you should be a consultant. Now she convinced me to go to seminar. So there I go. But that's my experience.
A number of us join for the discount because we all love the products, right?
Yeah.
And then when you learn that, Mary Kay can actually be so much more, then it's like, I didn't realize that. Well, let me just dip my big toe in and see how far I want to get in. And that's the great thing about Mary Kay.
Yeah, so that was my experience in the seminar.
Nice. Well, we're so glad that you went, Olga, and we know that you will be a beacon of light to those around you. You are Mary Kay in your office. For those who don't know, Olga is an accountant, and this is her busy season. So we appreciate everybody being on, and know, Olga, that, you're preparing for the week as we are, and everybody's really, really busy. So be the Mary Kay in your world, your girls in the office, the companies that you work with, the people you talk to on the phone, so forth and so on. I'm so glad you went and invested in yourself. I hope you feel like it was well worth it.
Yes, it inspired me. I wore my Mary Kay hat, my Mary Kay t-shirt to the car wash.
Oh,
Saturday. So I was out there being Mary Kay.
Nice.
So, I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I mean, I'm going to insist. I'm going to make those baskets. I'm going to push the product so the husbands that I see mostly can buy for their wives. A little bit here, a little bit there, so they can introduce it at home for them because they love their wives and they're going to want to treat them and spoil them. So I'm going to get ready for that.
Pamper them. Wonderful.
It's so easy. Do you have your gift giving for Mother's Day taken care of? How can I help you with that?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Christmas.
I'm gonna be putting in an order so I can have little baskets made up. I enjoyed the basket, the packaging that they had displayed in the
at the expo.
Yes, I enjoyed that. It was fun. Great ideas.
Right.
Great ideas.
Yeah, I'm so glad you took pictures because then when we're in the wrapping mode and whatnot, you can look back and say, oh, look how cute this is, or
Mhm.
I'll do something similar to this and
Yes.
whatnot. Definitely. Okay, who would like to go next?
I could, unless Valerie wants to go next.
So go ahead, Tina.
Okie dokie. Well, the first thing that came to mind was flexibility.
Okay.
Mm.
In that, for those of us who've gone to seminar before, there used to be a routine of, day 0 and for us, day 00.
Yes.
And all of that. And, we knew where we were going. We knew the convention center.
Yeah.
We knew how to find the buses to take us out to the factory. I knew where to get my electric wheelchair, all of that stuff. Well, we're not in Dallas anymore, Dorothy.
Right.
So it reminded me that just because things used to be the way they were doesn't mean that they always will be or
Okay.
that they always should be. And to give ourselves and others a little grace in figuring out what's going on.
That's good.
I think that it was well run mostly. I think that especially the first day, they could have had about 4 times as much staff in the auditorium to help people figure out where they were going. One of the things that I'm going to write the company about is that, they have those stages in the expo where they have talks.
Yes.
At least 2
The middle.
stages, right?
Mhm.
They don't publish the schedule anywhere until you get there and realize that you'd be really interested in the class that started half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to get
George
in on
and I
that
did
training.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
love it, especially in Expo, I love interacting with the company staff and learning about things or learning, how do I learn about this, or just basic things that I didn't know before, and I've been here since 93. So, it's a while. But so I love interacting with them. I think one of the really things I like is people helping people.
Mhm.
I mean, people were always offering to help me with whatever, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I was also able to help people like, oh, you're way here at the back of the line and you're using a walker. Come on with me. Let's get up to the front. The ADAs go in first. Another lady, her cousin asked me, well, how did you get, from the train station here? So I was able to set her up with Alice so she could get her own personal electric wheelchair so she could get back to the airport. And that turns out she was queen of consultant sales.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, I know that lady now. That's Miss June.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And, and you get the opportunity to talk to people a little differently and find out some of their stories. And the lady that with the walker, who I took up to the front, ended up, she and I were sitting at the same table at the $500,000 lunch. Well, who's her director? The lady who was Miss Go Give for the annual. So it's like, oh, I know her too.
Yeah.
So it's really a chance to get to know consultants and people at all levels.
Yes.
In a way you wouldn't necessarily in a more formal area. So I really like that. Right. And I, of course, always like knowing what's new. I really like that.
The new products. Did you get to see the holiday products, the matte sticks?
Yes. So that's great. And, some of us figured out where it's going to be next year. And that was kind of fun. I like
Oklahoma.
doing that stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So it's just, I'm really glad I went. And I'm glad that Ashley reminded me to, when you're traveling, take the day before and the day after off so you can ease back into real life.
Yeah. Yeah. Jet lag does set in, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And it just getting back into that rhythm
Nice.
is really good.
Anything particular from one of your classes that just stood out to you?
The interviews.
Not really. I went to the same classes as Olga.
Okay.
But I heard the interviews in English and Spanish. That's what I felt was different.
Yes.
Are you speaking of at the expo or in class, Olga?
Well, that was my class. It was in part of it, that expo where they had that center area with the stage where people could sit in and listen to that. I thought that was a class.
Yeah. Yes, you're correct.
Well, and that they did it this is the first time that I've experienced where they have done the subtitles in English.
Oh, when people spoke in Spanish.
In the general sessions and in the awards.
Yeah. That was very helpful.
Because the speeches were in Spanish. So, there you go.
Yeah, their native language, definitely. Well, I will go ahead and go next. I did send you guys.
I'm sorry, Georgia. Can I comment on something Tina said?
Oh, please do. I'm sorry.
Tina, how you started talking about change. I'm so happy you did because, we've experienced lots of different changes. My shop, doing this, doing that. And it's true what you say. We get so caught in our ways that when change happens, sometimes we're like, why are they doing that? Right. But we have to keep evolving, as people and as a company. And so I'm glad that you recognize that, hey, some change, we just have to adjust and be ready for it because change is not a bad thing.
Right.
Change means we're evolving. And I love that you started with that.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out, Ramika. Definitely.
Thanks, Ramika.
I started to share that I posted this graphic, and here's what I'm going to say about my classes. First of all, I have a link. You guys probably have it. If you don't, let me know and I can share it with you. But the top 3, so Olga, when at seminar, the top 3 directors get to give a speech in closing ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a recording of that. I can share that with you. And I want to have you jot down a website, and it is DawnOtten-Sweeney.com. I'll hold it up here, and then I put it in the group. So don't worry about.
I saw it. Yes.
Okay. Yes, I put it in the group. Her Facebook group is there. Her fan page, rather. Her YouTube channel. Area focus on boot camp audios. There's some master classes for directors that were incredible. She taught in our class, and Ramika, Ashley, Val, and of course Val was in the class with me. Oh, were you in that class?
Yep.
Okay. Would you agree, Ramika, that she talked about, she has some resources on that website. There's things for consultants, Tina and Olga, and there's lots for directors as well, even like, be it like an outline for 8 to 10 weeks of your weekly meeting subjects to teach on, just to have a path in which to follow. Or to utilize that for a short educational time and then do what you were planning on doing type of thing. I just found that her resource page, the website rather, was huge with all kinds of information. In fact, Olga and Tina, there is a place, and I'm trying to think what it's called. I should have brought it up. Where it's comparing being a consultant to an order taker, and where
Right.
there is
Right.
money being left on the table, and where you don't leave money on the table, and how to work full circle, you know. It really is expansive. Too much to share right here, but my hopes are that you've got the graphic that was made, and it lists all of her resources, all of her, where you can go to get her stuff. Please take a look at it. And I have not dived into it yet. That is my after my mammogram tomorrow and lab work and stuff. But in the afternoon, I've got like an hour and a half that I'm going to be just diving into that. And I'm so glad. I'm sure Valerie and Ramika agree that she provided that resource for us. So there's my takeaway. Besides listening to the top 3, and if you need it, I can send it to you. I'll just put it in the group. I think that it's such a big production, and sometimes people get overwhelmed. But if we will just run in our own lane based on our situation, you know, our demographics, our environment, so forth and so on, and most of all, to just be the Mary Kay, be Mary Kay in your community, in your household, and to your customers. Our customers are such, without our customers, we don't have a business, right? And so love on them right where they are, but lead them to a higher place, better skincare. Not so much more skincare, but a comprehensive skincare program for them. I love that it's all customized. It's not one size fits all. And to not be afraid of the color, consultants, because color can be quite fun. And like at the end of the month on the 29th, I'm doing a creme brulee dessert coffee type. It's all about makeup. They're going to come and we're going to walk through skincare real quick, and then we're going to do makeup and spend more time on highlighter, contour, those kind, that next level makeup. I'll tell you real quick, and then it's somebody else's turn. At my meeting on Wednesday, one of the consultants, you know, she felt like she had high cheekbones. I don't need to contour. I have high cheekbones already. But I said, okay, just because you do doesn't mean that your customers do. And the more you get good at doing you, then you can share with others. Basically, we teach people to do to their skin what we do to our skin every day, right?
Yeah.
And so she came with no makeup, and I did highlight, contour, you know, contour, so forth and so on. And oh my gosh, she looked so good. She felt so good. She's super excited about I mean, this was a different woman, because she's like, oh my God. Ooh, you know what I mean? And it was so much fun. So let color be fun. If you need to watch videos, there's so many videos on YouTube, and connect with your director, so forth and so on. Okay, I'm done. Who's next?
Valerie, you want to go?
No, go ahead.
Talk to us, Miss Ramika.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. I can't tell. Is Valerie talking or is she on mute?
No, I think she's on mute, letting you talk.
Oh, okay. All right. The best part about seminar was being in the pink bubble. Sometimes life can get to us, and we don't realize when we don't stay connected that it impacts our business. And so
That's
As
true.
most of you know, I work a full-time job, literally 50, 60 hours every week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. When I go in, I'm actually going to work for an hour before I help my daughter pack some more. Um, and it's just a busy time for all of us. And so going is a hassle for me. I was very happy that it was only 3 days instead of 4, so I didn't have to take all my PTO, right? Luckily, I get a lot of PTO, but I thought this is one of the best seminars for me in the past. I'm going to say
Awesome.
since COVID. So,
Mm.
I love the training classes. What was her name? Angie, right? I love, love, love her.
Yes.
Everything that she said. I have already downloaded the playbook from Don Otten Sweeney's class.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did not want to. Sometimes we come home, we get off that plane with our families, and we want to just focus on our family, right? And then a week or so passes, and it's like, oh, I had all these goals when I left seminar. Well, I came home, I did focus on my family, but I said before I left that I was going to create my August schedule because I was in a holding pattern because I didn't know what school my daughter was going to, right? But I created my schedule. I have 6 days where I can do my own personal facials, and I've already booked for all of them. So,
Ooh,
yeah, it took me an hour, but it was worth it. Yeah.
wonderful. Wonderful. I liked what you said about the playbook. And what I loved is that the teachers, I like the concept of we stay still and the teachers rotate, and everybody brings to the table something different. I think Ramika and Val and I and Ashley as well would share with, especially with consultants, with each of us, that you do you, and be the best version of yourself, that you don't have to be somebody else, that you can just be yourself. Val, would you like to wrap it up?
Well, I think it was all good. However, Amanda Wright was right on point. Our director's classes were right on point, and they all circle around us getting out in the field doing our classes. We all need to get out there and book our classes like Janice teaches us to do at least 5 classes. And Donna Sweeney, she was on point on doing it the Mary Kay way. And I think all of the classes were pointing right back to doing it.
Yes.
4-point the recruiting plan, the things that we tended to stray away from, even though we kind of put a little bit of it in and a little bit of it here, there. But I think to do it the full circle 4-point recruiting plan to get back to the basics of what we used to do way back in the day, because it worked.
Yeah.
And we just forget. We see all these ideas and we think that, oh, well, I'm going to jump over here and do this idea, or I'm going to jump over here and do this idea. And then, it fizzles out and it doesn't work for you like it did for whoever shared the idea. But so I flounder sometimes and I find myself, but I did go over my notes, and I'm going to go over my notes. I'm going to re-listen to the YouTube videos of our classes, and I'm jumping into Don Otten Sweeney's training as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. Thank you. You guys, any other takeaways you want to share real quick before we leave?
Yeah, I think it's really important that if we have positive suggestions for the company, we let them know.
Yes.
Rather than chit-chatting amongst ourselves or pissing and moaning amongst ourselves. That if we have something we feel strongly about, let the company know.
Yeah.
They want seminar to be effective for us, because we're the ones that are out there selling. And it's a big expense, both monetarily and energy wise. It takes up a lot of staff time.
Yes.
So I know that they want it to be the most effective for us.
Yes. And they
So
don't know until we tell them, huh?
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I would encourage all of us to write a kind note.
There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
We can certainly do it kindly, but it's like when they bring things back, it's because people have said, my customers really miss this. And so they think, oh, well, maybe we can bring this back.
Yes. Yes.
Or my customers really need a good waterproof mascara. Or, my customers need this. This is where we're losing sales to XYZ.
Yes.
So our voice does count.
It does. Thank you for saying that. This coming from a member of Ashley's unit, where she's been the annual Go Give. And Olga, what Tina is talking about is at the expo, we had an opportunity to go and speak with the company, and you can write down things that you would like to see either come back, or that is never, like a waterproof eyebrow pencil or something, where
Like
you're getting
last
feedback
primer.
from your customers
Right.
and stuff. You can let them.
Yeah.
Plus, you can do it when you do an order. There's a place at the bottom under contact where you can let them know, hey, I've got 4 times, 10 times somebody has asked for such and such a product. Can we consider coming out with something like that? So everyone know that your voice does count, and they do want to hear from us. And Mary Kay would say, sandwich it, if there's something, an issue at hand, sandwich it into 2 large slices of praise, just acknowledging the good. Hey, could we consider something like such and such as a suggestion? And then just say, I just have to tell you how phenomenal seminar was, and how appreciative we are of your guys' time, because they volunteer their time. Did you guys know that, consultants and friends?
I don't think I did know that.
They volunteer their time. They want to see us. They want, and that's huge,
Yeah.
And such a connection. Would you agree? When they show up and we show up, there's
I
such
like that the great granddaughter wore an outfit from Mary Kay
Yes.
from People's Magazine. That stuck with me. Thought that was
Well,
really cool.
And I have to say, I really like the fact that she's been a little bit more visible, which makes me think that there is a plan for the next generation, which as a family company, I know can be an issue.
Yes. Yes.
Once the second generation is done, the family's done. We're on to the 3rd generation now, and I know we want to see 4th, 5th, 6th. So I was really glad to see her more active.
I'm glad you pointed that out. And I'll post, there's a picture of her and her in the outfit that Olga's referring to, Mary Kay's. Oh, I mean, it's just such a great post for you guys to be able to share. Definitely. Any other last minute comments?
Yeah,
I don't know which of you thought of this, but it was wonderful.
It was Georgia.
Oh, good.
I think Ramika wanted to say something.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I think it was Valerie. Ramika's
Yeah,
gone.
I was going to say something. I was just going to say what they told us a long time ago is, how we have customers. We take care of our customers. Well, we are Mary Kay's customers. So that's why they want our feedback. They take care of us.
Right. Very good
our customers.
Yes. That's awesome, Valerie, to point out, and mindset way to look at it, because we're Mary Kay's customers. That's true. Our customers let us know what they want or would like to see different. Now it's our job to, in a kind, professional, forward motion, progressive way, let the company know some things that we loved and what we'd like to see happen in the future. Would you agree?
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
guys. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being on.
Thank you.
And I'm
Great
looking
to see you
forward
once
to
again.
Take care. See you soon.
I'm
Okay,
looking forward to
bye-bye.
seeing your
Bye-bye.
successes. Bye-bye.